Happy Monday, friends. Welcome to Game Plan Monday with Cannon Planning. My name is Wendy. Thank you for joining me on this beautiful Monday. I love a good Monday. It is probably one of my favorite days of the week. And if you follow me, you know this already. But if you don't, now you know, and you can show up on Monday with us and hang out. So I am a social selling planner coach. I work mainly with direct sellers, network marketers, and social sellers to help them to plan a better life for their business. And one of the things that we've been talking about over the course of the last couple of weeks, as I have personally been going through some transitions, is how to start over. Basically, that's what we've been talking about. How do you put one foot in front of the other when your life implodes? And that might be a new job, which is my scenario and what I am dealing with right now. It might be loss of a loved one. It might be a birth of a new one. It might be changing in hours. It might be circumstances changing. Whatever has been happening in your life, I want you to know that I see you and I hear you, and I am walking the same path right along with you. I think sometimes those everyday situations that we experience as business owners get overlooked because we just think that we're the only ones that are going through it. And I want you to know that you are not the only one going through it. And I am walking the same path that you're walking. So I want to give you guys some bits of advice of things that I have learned over the course of the last couple of weeks as things have been changing in my life, and how to kind of get back to business in a sense that is doable. Not necessarily what used to be. We talked about that last week, right? We cannot rebuild something that's been broken. All we can do is create something new. And so this week, I want to talk a little bit about consistency and how the process of being consistent helps you to build confidence over time. So I want to talk very briefly about this book. This is one of my favorite reading books that I have taken into consideration when I have been thinking about building habits, goal setting, those kinds of things. This is Atomic Habits by James Clear. And one of the things that he talks about in this book is called the 2-day rule. And essentially what this means is that missing one day is human. We do it. We all will have a day where we just don't feel it in our hearts to get off the couch and do whatever. We all have those moments where we struggle to put one foot in front of the other. But my encouragement and my hope for you is that when you are committing to doing something, that you don't miss more than 2 days in a row. When you don't do that, when you miss one day and then get back on the horse the next day, it helps you to protect your momentum and makes consistency more sustainable. It makes it so that you continue to have progress even if you don't have perfection. And that's probably one of the biggest things that consistency is that it's not perfection. Your routines are going to get flipped upside down. You're going to miss a day. You're wondering if it's going to be all worth the effort that you want to put into. But I want you to know that, again, consistency does not mean perfection. It means showing up more often than not. It means giving yourself grace when things are difficult. And of course, it means never missing 2 days. So miss one day if you need to, but go back to work, do the things. So I want you guys to think about that little process right there. And then I want you to tell me in the comments what helps you get back after missing a day or two, or hopefully not two, missing a day of doing the things. What helps you feel like you need to get back in it? And I know that some of my membership people have been experiencing this lately, and I love the things that they are working to help them to be more consistent, or at least show up when they don't feel like showing up. One of those things is obviously using your planner, because that's what I do, right? And so I wanted to show you guys today 2 different ways, and mainly the purpose for it is to help you to protect your wins and to celebrate your wins. So I brought my Art of Planning and Journaling. You can absolutely do this in a monthly insert. So if you have a monthly insert or an extra one hanging around, this would be a great opportunity to use it. So what you're going to do is you're going to build a confidence tracker. And essentially what you do is you write one small win each day. You can use stickers, you can highlight things, you can make it super visual, you can just do pen to paper. use it as an opportunity to reflect on what happened over the course of the week. And as you hit those rough spots, it is a tool that you can use to go back and look at them. So I brought two examples to share with you guys today. Both of them are in Art of Planning and Journaling. One of them is in the planner layout, and one of them is just a line a day. So I'm going to show you both of them. I use this mainly for journaling. The large version I use for journaling for my own personal sense. So what I'm going to show you is actually a version of journaling, but you can definitely do it as a way to record your wins. And I would highly, highly recommend this. So one of the things that you can do is you can take the monthly and you can open it up, and each day you can write, what win did you have that day? Maybe you just got out of bed and made your bed. Maybe you went out and did some yard work. Maybe you had an opportunity to touch base with a customer and you had a really great conversation. Maybe you faced a fear that you were facing and you came out the other side still standing. These are all things that I've personally experienced, and I think that it's important to recognize those wins, those moments when you were weak and you chose strength over that weakness, moments when you were frustrated and you used that to develop a new skill. All of these things are ways that you can incorporate this. So definitely utilizing something like this. Another thing that you can do is just use a basic habit tracker. So you're going to see that this is my water tracker. But again, this Art of Planning and Journaling allows you to be able to track things. So did you celebrate a win? Mark it down. Did you take time to touch base with a customer today? Mark it down. So using a habit tracker is another way that you can do that. So along the same lines of using the monthly, you can also create what I call a line a day. It's something that can be done in an actual journal. So if you have a journal, you can utilize that. This is just, again, this is Art Planning and Journaling. This is the very first one that came about. You can utilize this as a way to track those things, those celebrations that you have throughout the course of the day. And all it is one simple line. If you are not a big journaler, which I am not, this is the way that I get by it. I just write down one line of things that happened to me that day, that I'm celebrating that day, that I want to remember. So these are just two quick ways that you can incorporate doing your celebrations, just remembering them, taking into account what they mean to you and how they're going to help you shape your business moving forward. So your planner is your business partner, not just your calendar, right? It is not just a thing to be able to help you, remember your days. Some of the things that you can track, even in this situation that I shared with you, is tracking your IPAs, which is your income producing activities, on a monthly layout. What did you do today to touch base with your business? You can set themed days if that helps you to be able to build consistency. Message Monday, Testimonial Tuesday, Follow-Up Friday. These are all some good ways that you can start building consistency. Using your notes or a blank insert to reflect on what's working and what isn't working. I'm super excited to be getting a couple of weeks ago, we had a $5 Friday, and it was the reflection insert. I'm excited to get that in my hand. I bought a year's worth of them because I want to really take time each week to celebrate those things that didn't go right, or celebrate those things that went right, to evaluate those things that didn't go right, and really hone in on how I can make my personal business better. If you miss a day on any of those things that I mentioned above, you don't spiral. You just start small the next day. So a single message, if your goal was 5 and you didn't get to it, just take time to send a single message. Send a thank you card. Taking time to build a business around gratitude is going to serve you far better. Write a short story post about what you were feeling, because I guarantee if you share what you're feeling, other people are feeling it too. It makes you relatable. It makes you human. We are not robots in this business. There's no way we can or ever will be. And for us to acknowledge that and be able to share that is super, super important. Consistency builds confidence in your ability to keep going, even when it's messy, even when it's not perfect. What's an IPA that you can plan to do this week? What's an income producing activity that you can do? Sending a message, doing a follow-up, posting about something that you're experiencing. All of these kinds of things are income producing activities. My final thought for you guys today is that you're not behind. You're not, just because you're being inconsistent now doesn't mean that you don't belong in this imperfect world, right? That your business is not valuable, because it is. Ditch the idea that we have to wait until next Monday, the first of the month, or even the beginning of the year. How many of us have experienced that, where we start a goal and then a couple of weeks goes by and you're like, oh, I'll start on Monday, and Monday never comes. Don't let Monday never come. Okay. Today's a good day to start right now. Yes, it's a Monday, but if I was giving this on a Thursday, I would say the same thing. Today is a good day to start. Even if you've got it in you, even if all you've got in you is 5 minutes to work on it, spend those 5 minutes showing up for your business. Track it, celebrate it, and build it into something bigger and something stronger. If you are a journaler, I want to give you guys a journaling prompt for today. What small step can you take today, even if it's not perfect, that would move you closer to the life or routine that you want to build for your business? Thanks for hanging out with me this Monday. I always enjoy coming and hanging out, sharing things that I'm experiencing, things that I love about the planning community, or just planning in general, or life. Let's be real. I'm a mom of 3 boys. We are planning a wedding in June. It's a mess. Life is a mess, and it will never be 100% what you want it to be. It's taking those small wins and celebrating them and building on that momentum of being consistent and showing up with your business every single day. That's going to help you to be successful in your business. So thank you guys for hanging out with me this Monday. Hope you all have a fantastic day, and I'll see